We'll do him. Yeah, let's do him.
What are the differences in my
you
skills
go.
here? Finish breaker, meteor crash. Like the sound of spirit slash.
Nice.
Thanks for waiting.
Parallel quests. Those are the side quests?
Yeah, those are like side quests. They're co-opable.
Yeah.
Up to 3.
Up to 3 people can play at the same time.
People. Yeah.
So, how many of those are there? You probably don't even know an exact number.
50.
50?
Yeah.
Oh, we do know an exact number. How come I can't break out of this? I'm pressing X.
Because I'm Beerus.
I didn't know he had special abilities. Okay. Okay.
It's,
How can I ask you about... Oh, we were talking about what do you think is going to be popular online. Oh, there we go. So you talked about like everyone's going to like their custom characters. That's probably true. But what do you think? Do you think there's certain abilities that like, oh, everyone's going to use these 2 abilities? Or do you think it's just going to be everyone's going to be doing whatever they want? There's going to be so much variation.
I'm actually just really excited to see what the fans are going to do. I mean, we put a ton of different moves and abilities into the game.
Yeah.
But, you know, like when you put a game out, like you can play a game a ton and test it a ton. But when you put it out there in the wild and, you know, you have, you know, hundreds of thousands of fans playing it, they're going to find like the coolest combinations of skills and equipment that you may not have ever even thought of. So I'm really interested to see what the fans are going to come up with.
Oh, that's a meteor crash.
Are you running?
Is there a way to charge up my meter? Whoa, can I run away from it?
Yeah, if you have that meter equipped, I don't know if that character does.
I don't, it doesn't look like I do.
but
But that charges up your, not your stamina.
your key. So stamina pretty much only refills, aside from like using items, stamina will just refill slowly over time. If you want to charge your key, it's usually like you hold down, it depends. If you hold down the R1, you can see if maybe he has a move equipped for it. Or R2, sorry, R2.
R2?
So maximum charge. So if you hold R2 and then press X, there you go.
Okay.
That's your charge. That'll charge your key up.
But then you're going to hit me.
Yeah, it makes you vulnerable. That's why you just don't do it all the time.
Right, of course. I like how you have that title, God of Destruction.
Yeah.
When I first played this, controls felt a little weird, like flying around and then clicking in the left thumbstick to go down. It feels perfectly natural now. I haven't even played that much.
Yeah, there's a couple of different ways to fly down. You can actually double tap X, the jump button.
And hold it?
Yeah, you can double tap and hold it to go down.
Okay.
You can also hold the guard button.
Which button is that?
That is
Block all the time.
Right.
Obviously.
Oh, so your Z-Soul just activated, and you notice that you revived after I killed you.
What are you
Now your
talking
health is slowly depleting. I did kill you, yeah. But you revived you. You got full health, but it's slowly depleting.
Okay, and that
So
has a chance to activate?
It'll show in the description exactly when it happens. There are some Z-Souls that activate on a certain chance. I don't know if that's one of them in particular, but
Oh, my spirit slash is
that's kind of an example of how...
Oh.
Oh, wow. I just barely got you before time right now.
Zap. How many custom characters? We already talked about that. You can have 8, right? 8 slots for custom characters. Are there cutscenes in the game?
Yeah, there are cutscenes during the story missions, and you'll see your custom character in those cutscenes with all of your equipment and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We just keep on going. We're going to do some giveaways right now. We have 2 rounds of giveaways. We're going to do round 1. Round 1, I don't have any of Dragon Ball XenoVerse, this game right here, that we don't have in the office yet, but we'll send to you once we get them. So we'll pick 4 winners. I need to turn slow mode off on Twitch so we can have real time. That is completed. So we're going to have 4 winners, and we will let you pick the platform of your choice, and we'll get you a copy of the game. So same thing as last time, is we will message you on Twitch afterwards. So we're going to pick 4 random people right now. We'll message you on Twitch afterwards. Just pop into Twitch chat and tell us which race is going to be your first custom character. And I'll wait a second, let everybody answer. We'll message you on Twitch. If we don't message you on Twitch, message us on Twitch and we'll get back to you. But we'll ship you a copy of Dragon Ball XenoVerse on the platform of your choice. Don't tell us the platform now. Tell us that when we actually talk via email if you're the winner. I like this one right here. Let's see. There are a lot of people in our chat. Thank you everyone for showing up. So we're going to pick our first winner is going to be Yazmind. Yazmind. So you're going to be one winner. Winner number 2 is going to be Wazuko. Wazuko. And if I'm saying your name, if I spell it wrong, message us because I won't be able to message you. So that's 2. We need 2 more. Let's do... Deadly Troop. And then our 4th winner will be... let's see. So much, dude. There's a lot of Twitch spam here. I guess we asked you to spam for us, so that's fine. Jet505. So those 4 people win copies of Dragon Ball XenoVerse. And, ooh, let me see that. I mean, it's kind of mean to show this off now since this is a limited offer that isn't available anymore. But for you guys that pre-ordered at GameStop and you got the metal case, this is what that looks like. It's pretty awesome. Have you seen these yet?
I have not, and that looks really awesome.
Cool. So those of you who got the limited time offer at GameStop for pre-orders, those are pretty cool. Last I heard is they are sold out of those, so it's kind of mean to show them here. But if we have extras, we'll try to send these along and we'll send out copies. I'm not sure if we do that. Okay, so those 4 people winners. We'll do the next round of winners at the end. We also have, just like last time, we gave away a set of Dragon Ball Z Blu-rays, Season 1 through 6. So we have those right here. So we'll give this set away to one lucky winner at the end of the stream. So, moving on with our agenda. We're going to take a look
I got destroyed.
You got destroyed? Are we in the mission now?
Yeah, it's a quest.
Okay, so what do you have to do in this quest?
Defeat the Tenkaichi force members, but they defeated me.
Are there different difficulties for these?
No, just one difficulty level.
Okay. And you can do these whenever you want, right? It's like...
so when you first start up the game, you're going to have to go through like a short kind of tutorial. Some tutorial story missions. You'll fight Trunks. Mm-hmm. And then I think if you do one story mission, then you'll unlock a few parallel quests.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you keep on unlocking more and more as you go.
Right.
But if one's too hard, you can just leave that for some other time. You can go back to it whenever.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Can you had a level 80 character already made?
Yeah.
Can we look at that one?
Sure.
Do you have most of the abilities unlocked?
Yep.
Can we look at just go through some of those?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I can't see my own message. Believe me, your messages are all there. I have to put slow mode back on though. Freezy Pop. It's okay if you guys want to ask questions. So keep on sending us questions if you got them. Do you know if there's options for the 1v1 matches, like timer and stuff like that, or is that all pretty static?
No, it's all just one mode.
Because I mean, the main focus of the game is
it's mostly
the story, the adventure, the playing with friends and stuff like that.
Right.
Could you go over, as you look at some of the abilities, just kind of scroll through them so people can see them?
Sure.
But can you talk about the different ways you can play, like online, offline, 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3?
Mm-hmm.
Can you just do your best to kind of overview all that?
Yeah. So there's a lot of different ways that you can play this game. Everything is available offline as well as online, except for the local co-op that's offline only.
Sure.
But let's see. So you've got the main story missions we talked about. Fully voiced cutscenes, helping Trunks to restore the timeline. Yeah. That's a great mode to go through for unlocking a lot of characters. Then you've got parallel quests, which are going to start from over here. There's 50 of these, and these are just random missions where you go to different kind of Dragon Ball events and they either fight guys or collect items. It's not always straight up just trying to kill all the enemies. Yeah. Sometimes it'll be collect these items or do something in a certain amount of time. Sure. You might have an NPC character which you have to protect while you're going through the mission. Sure. These are up to 3 players online. And Let's see, anything else about them? I think that's...
So you can play. You
more
have
or
your
less
custom
it, yeah.
custom character. Somebody else's custom character. Someone the other
Right.
body's and
But you
guys
can
all
also
play together.
you can also select the existing characters.
Okay.
For some missions, you have to complete them once before you can play them again with an existing character.
Yeah.
And but some and in the case of those missions, you'll have to play them with your custom character.
Sure. Can you just keep on scroll through the abilities real quick? I
Sure.
know a lot of people want to know. Some people probably already looked at all the data mine stuff. That people just want to know
Right.
all the different stuff that you can do.
So,
So you have super
so
attacks,
here's all- so here's
ultimate
all-
attacks, evasive attacks.
Right. So here's all your
Invisibility.
super attacks. They're all listed here. You can filter by strike skills. These are physical based attacks. Key blasts are energy based attacks.
Okay.
So there's Kamehameha. 10 times.
What are some of
Kamehameha.
your, and they're all animated
Mhm.
in their own special ways. What are some of your favorites that you've seen like in the game? Actually, like their animations and stuff. What do you think is represented really well?
Wow. Kamehameha for sure.
Yeah.
You can also charge that one. So there's a little bit more utility to it.
Okay.
Masenko's a good. This one activates instantly. You can't charge it, but it's easier to end combos with this than Kamehameha, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um.
But needless to say, there's a lot of different
Uh-huh.
kinds of abilities, kinds of mechanics to like play around and see what works best with your character, right? There's
Right.
just tons of different.
Yeah. There's
options.
tons of stuff. All taken, a lot of them taken straight from Dragon Ball moments, characters,
Right.
episodes, and then
Right.
some are kind of new for the game.
Is Guido OP?
Guldo.
Goldo?
Is Guldo OP? Guldo, I haven't used him much, but he has some like telekinesis move where you can manipulate the opponent. You can like freeze them and
Really?
things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually pretty interesting. I just haven't used him much.
Okay. Are there, and like we talked about earlier, the local co-op or like PvP, there's ladders and stuff to climb, but there's...
So there is a ranked mode,
Yeah.
which you can go to. So that's ranked matches.
Yep.
Those are 1-on-1, and then there's also regular player matches, which can be 1v1 up to 3v3.
Okay. So you can have 3 versus 3, so
Yeah.
3 of your friends. I'm excited to see some videos, some streams of like 3 people who are pretty good at the game against
Right.
3 people who are pretty good at the game. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, yeah. And I think players are going to discover a lot of strategies because once you have 2 other teammates, there's ways that you can coordinate your attacks and your abilities to be really effective. So
Right. Talk about DLC. I mean, there's not that much we can talk about DLC. You can find online. We've detailed there is a season pass.
yeah,
3 packs of DLC. We've
Mhm.
already talked about what's in the first pack. And did we
Mhm.
talk about the dates of that yet? Do we know?
I don't think we.
Okay,
we
yeah,
set
yeah.
the dates. Yeah.
But
Coming soon.
we're mostly focused on just the game.
Yeah.
DLC's like afterwards. Like, cool, I want to bring more content later.
Yeah, we're really excited this game is done and going to be out in.
Yeah, this
less
is
than 2
definitely,
weeks.
it's not split up and pieced off into things down the line. This is a full, there's tons of stuff here to talk about
Tons
and
of
play.
stuff. Yeah.
Any plan? There's English voiceover. Do you have the
Yes.
option for Japanese voiceover or no?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Can you change your character's fighting style? I mean, you can change all your different abilities and stuff.
Yeah, you can change your special moves and abilities, but your default punches and kicks you can't
Okay.
change. The different races and genders inherently have different moves from each
Okay.
other. So, Frieza race characters fight differently than Saiyan race characters.
Right,
Like,
right.
they will also make use of their tails in some of the moves.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but once you pick a certain custom character, you can't change the fighting style.
Yeah.
You can only change the special attacks, the abilities, the equipment, your Z-Souls, and your accessories. So
Right.
a lot of stuff you can customize.
Can you have a super attack in the ultimate slot, or the just super attacks in the super slot?
Yeah, only in the super attacks and only go in super.
Right. And then you
slots.
have your evasive skills. Can you look at some of those?
Sure.
Just looking through some of the questions. Some questions we want to answer all the questions we can, but some of these questions are just the same thing that we already talked about. Can you use Super Spirit Bomb?
Spirit Bomb's in.
Yeah.
Super Spirit Bomb. I don't think there's a move that's super. Well, actually, let's see.
Can you change the color of your aura?
No.
No, you cannot. Do Saiyans have tails?
No. But some of the costumes have tails on them.
Oh, okay.
So if you get, I think like Raditz's costume.
Yeah.
Because Raditz, he had his tail in the series still.
Okay.
For the entire time that he was alive. So that costume has a tail wrapped around.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. We're going to keep on going with questions. We'll do some one-on-ones after this. But if you can just keep on scrolling through stuff to show people the different stuff available. We talked about earlier before stream, I was asking you to tell me about the Masters.
Yes.
Could you just briefly break down the Masters?
So the Master System is...
Actually, let's get into a one-on-one, and then we'll keep on talking.
Sure. I can talk while we head over there to the one-on-one section.
Okay.
But the Master System basically allows you to, effectively train under existing Dragon Ball characters.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing that, you will learn some of their special moves and possibly unlock some of their costume pieces.
Okay.
So basically, it's like a series of missions that you can do while you're training under that master.
Yeah.
Once you have... the other thing to note is that not all masters are available right away. Some will not train you until you're powerful or until you're worthy enough.
Okay.
That usually just means you have to be at a certain level.
Okay.
And some you'll need to find in Toki Toki City. It's not always obvious where they are.
And you can drop one master and pick up another master, right? So I guess is it possible?
So once you start training under someone, you can switch to anyone else basically at any time as long as you're as long as they'll accept you.
Okay. Who'd you pick?
I picked Kid Trunks. I think I saw someone before asking for Kid Goten versus...
Where's Kid Goten at?
Yeah, right there. Just Goten, actually. So right there, below there. No, Goten. There you go.
Super Saiyan. Stone Bullet. Super common.
So another thing to know about the Master System is that when you have someone as your master, you'll learn their skills and abilities. Under certain conditions, if you're in a parallel quest, there's a chance that your master will just join the battle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will join the battle and help you out.
Okay.
So I'll leave that to the players to figure out how to make that happen.
But if you wanna be unlocking like all of the abilities, you have to be changing masters, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing that's really, really cool is every time that you finish a story mission or parallel quest, you're graded. Get a rating from I think like D to Z. To Z, yeah. And whoever your master will comment on your performance on their results.
Are there
screen.
some pretty good lines?
Yeah, so there's some pretty funny lines. So it's funny, like if you have Vegeta, like he'll berate you if you do really poorly. Goku will be more happy-go-lucky and be like, "Oh, you'll get him next time." Cell's one of the masters. Gotenks is also a master, which is actually a fusion of the two characters that we're playing right now.
Yeah. And
Gotenks always has a lot of like really kind of conceited, like self-important lines that he'll say. Like, "Oh yeah, of course you do that well since you're training with the best." Things like that. So.
Oh, are you going Super Saiyan?
No, I'm just using this ultimate.
Yeah, I'll just hit a bunch. I'm not very good at this game, apparently. I have not taken the time to learn how to be good.
I'll let you get some hits in.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I just want to go Super Saiyan. What do I have to do? Charge?
Hold both triggers. Or, yeah, L2, R2. And then...
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Is there like a... I can't, like, go Super Saiyan in the middle of, like, being comboed, right? Like, I have to kind of be free and away from everything?
Yeah.
And the Vanish? Is that what you call it? The X?
Mm-hmm.
You can do that to, like, continue combos. I think we talked about the last time on stream.
Yeah. So if you knock someone away, you can vanish, and you'll appear behind them. Even if you don't knock them away, you can activate it kind of...
Ouch.
You can activate it mid-combo, too.
Okay. Trying to look at some questions. Is Gogeta a master?
No.
Okay. Very hard to find certain mentors. So certain mentors are appear more often than others. You might.
Yeah.
So some people were talking about Beerus and Frieza. That maybe those are a little harder to find.
They're in there.
Okay. using... A lot of people are asking about, yeah, the game's out in Japan, and some people are playing it, but we are kind of focused on our launch. So before we take a look at any bugs or anything like that, at least on our side, that's what, we're focused on the launch. So different things are going on the Japanese game. That's handled by the guys in Japan. We're focused on the American launch. Yeah. Playable characters. We've gone over all the playable characters here. The biggest focus on playable characters is you yourself creating your character.
Yeah, I mean that's a big deal for this game.
Yeah. Can you be a great ape?
No, you cannot play as a great ape.
Now let's say
you will fight them in the missions. Though.
Okay, the parallel quests, you unlock certain things, and maybe you'll miss some stuff. Can you go back?
Yeah. Okay. You can repeat parallel quests.
Okay.
You can repeat story missions also.
Okay. Do you know about never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say. Go through the characters one more time for people who maybe came in late.
Okay.
Just up and down the list.
So this is the complete character list.
And if you know that, just gonna go through the whole list, and if you know if there's cool variations, can you show those off too?
Yeah.
Okay. We're just gonna do that as I'm looking through some of the questions.
So here's Vegeta, classic Vegeta, when first arrived on Earth.
The first time you heard the whole story wrapped up together and understood what it was all about, what did you think of it?
I thought it was kind of awesome. Yeah? Because, like I've said before, we've kind of seen this same Dragon Ball story happen quite a few times and in quite a few games. And you still want to experience those things, but it's kind of a great balance because you still get to see your favorite battles and your favorite characters, but things play out slightly differently than you would expect.
Yeah.
And there's some new characters who pop up, and since you create your own character and you get to go to these battles with your own character, it really feels like you're in the Dragon Ball world and you're making a difference.
Yeah.
So it's a cool kind of like alternate reality kind of story, I guess you could call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we talked about this earlier, but I'm just looking at questions. There's just the same. This whole broadcast will be up on YouTube afterwards if you missed any parts of it. We went through a lot of these questions that are being answered now. We asked now. We went through all those earlier. So feel free to watch that later. The game is out in less than 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
February 24th, 27th on Steam. It is going to be on Steam. February 24th in the Americas at least. It's Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4. PS4, Xbox One digital pre-orders are available now. Xbox 360 digital pre-orders available. PS3 digital pre-orders there's not going to be digital pre-orders, but it will be available day one digitally. Max level is level 80. I'm trying to think. Do mentors affect just the moves or anything else that you learn? Or do you get like special tributes or anything?
You'll get costume pieces and also special moves from them.
Okay. I'm excited to see all the different kind of custom characters and what gets out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that first week there's going to be a ton of cool stuff that people are going to uncover.
Yeah.
So, as a pretty hardcore Dragon Ball nerd, I use that word lovingly.
Sure.
I'm a nerd as well.
Sure.
Is there anything else about the game that we haven't covered in the last stream or this stream or even in press and stuff? Like, what's funny is we do a lot of anime games here, Bandai Namco.
Right,
and it's sometimes hard to get like major press outlets, interested because it's like, oh, it's another Dragon Ball game, or it's another Naruto game.
Right.
So it's kind of on us to say this game is awesome because. So it's like, is there anything that we haven't covered that we haven't covered enough detail that you think is cool for Dragon Ball fans? Now that the game's coming out. Yeah.
I think just the fact that this game is very online focused, very kind of community focused, I think makes this a great experience. Like Tokyo City and the ability to meet up with your friends there, go on quests together, fight each other in the Dragon Ball world, and have the best customization we've ever seen in any Dragon Ball game. I think that's really what it is. So this game, plus the story, the new Dragon Ball story, it's really about going into the Dragon Ball Z world and being in that world. Previous games, I think, were about reliving existing moments or playing as certain characters. This
Sure.
is about being in the Dragon Ball world.
Okay.
And I think that's what sets it apart from any other Dragon Ball game.
Okay. And before we go out tonight, we're going over on time, but who cares, man?
So no problem.
We have a special guest who's a returning guest this time. We advanced a little bit technologically since last time.
Okay.
We were actually on time this time, so that was
Yeah.
good. But Chris Sabat, who voices some of the characters in the game, we have him on Skype. I'm going to bring this. This is our microphone for Chris. Chris, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I am on.
Chris,
Great.
what's
That
up?
is fantastic. Chris, how's it going?
Hey, how's it